Hey y'all, so today is February 19th. And so just a little update. We are currently preparing for FET number 2. I started birth control back in December. Because at that point in time, we weren't sure when we were going to do it, but to be on birth control so that once we made up our mind, and then once a date came available, if we were ready to go ahead, that we were already somewhat starting the process. So I ended birth control on the 15th, and I started my estradiol yesterday. So today is day 2 of taking it. I took one this morning, and then I'll take one tonight. I'll do 2 in the morning tomorrow, 2 at night until Friday. And then on Saturday, I'll do 3 in the morning, 3 at night, and then 1 vaginally. And then on Thursday, I have acupuncture. Sorry, I have this on my hair. My hair is a mess up under here, and it's hard to do my hair because I have like this snag on my finger. My nail broke really, really high, and so I'm just all out of whack right now. And so, yeah. But today, stop. Sorry. This little guy here is trying to eat my food. We're about to have problems. Sorry. And I'm recording on my phone because my computer has been giving me issues, so it's hard to edit any videos on there. So but yeah, today I woke up and I was having like this cramping type of feeling, and so that's been fun. Yay. But anyways, I just wanted to come in, give you guys a little update, let you know what's going on so far, and then I'll update you on the next one. Hey, so just checking back in. I am leaving my acupuncture appointment. I'll be doing these weekly, so I probably won't update you guys weekly every time I leave, because if you have been with us on this journey, then you saw my acupuncture and what it all entailed in the previous transfer, and so I can just put a link above if you want a little bit more details about the acupuncture. That way you can always go back to the previous video, but just wanted to come in, give you guys an update. I'll be doing these weekly, and that's about it. So I will check in when there is another update to be made. All right, see ya. Good morning, guys. So today is February 3rd. I thought I'd come back with a update. I am on my way to my baseline ultrasound just to check my lining to make sure everything is where it needs to be, and I'll also be getting blood work. But I also wanted to come in and just tell you guys, like, 2 days ago I was having such an emotional day, and I don't know if it was because I have been on this estradiol and maybe that's causing me to be emotional. I don't know if because we're getting closer to the transfer date that I'm having like some fear around that, around trying again, around experiencing another loss, and just kind of if we're ready to deal with it. And I never truly understood, like, when people would say the fear that they had when they would experience a loss, and then try again for conceiving. Until now, until just now, I am, because before the transfer got disclosed, I wasn't thinking about it so heavily. I wasn't having any like just random spur of the moment emotional breakdowns. I wasn't having any of that, and it wasn't until we received the medication. And I remembered that, oh, today's the day that we'll get our medication, is when I started to kind of have this emotional moment or moments, because it didn't last the entire day. And so what helped with that was the fact that I've been in therapy, which therapy is awesome. But I've been in therapy, and that has been giving me tools to work through this grieving process. And so I'm really grateful for that. If you guys are not in therapy and are struggling with ways to deal with whatever could be happening in your life at the moment, I highly suggest therapy, because therapy is like, it's like your problems are you're loading this closet up with all of these issues, and you keep saying, I'll come back to it, I'll come back to it, I'll come back to it. And with therapy, and before you get in therapy, you never really go back to it. And with therapy, it kind of, you tackle a little bit today, and then the following week, or however often you go to therapy, that next session, you unpack a little bit more. And so that's what I've been doing. It's just been unpacking things with this grief and childhood situations, adulthood situations. It's amazing. So it's really been helping me go through the emotions that may arise, or negative thoughts that may come about. So I highly suggest you guys sign up for therapy if you haven't. I'm like, before I wasn't necessarily a huge advocate for therapy, and I think because there was this stigma around Black people, and we don't go to therapy, what happens in this household stays in this household. And so I think it took me a minute to kind of get out of that. And talking to my sister, she just helped me to realize, like, listen, if you need help, get help. Like, don't be afraid to get help. That doesn't make you weak, and it doesn't say you're less than. It's just saying you're dealing with stuff and you need help. Go get help. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And I think, and this is my baby sister, y'all. And so just my baby sister giving me that boost that I needed, it was just like, yeah, no, let me go get in therapy. And I'm so grateful she talked me into it, because I love it. But anyways, I just wanted to come in because I just want you guys to know, like, every part of this journey that I'm going through, like, it's not all pretty, it's not all successes. As you guys who've been around my journey for quite some time, you've seen that it's taken us a long time just to even had gotten that positive pregnancy test, and to have gotten as far as we did. And so I'm still grateful for that. I will forever be grateful for that. And so I just wanted to come in and give you guys that moment of my my journey. And once we get to this ultrasound, I will pick back up so you guys can see what's going on my insides, making sure everything is going great, and then we will go from there. All right, so I am sitting in the parking lot for my acupuncture appointment, but I'm not going to upload any of the footage from my ultrasound appointment, just because the monitor, it was really dark, so you couldn't see like any of the images that were being displayed. However, My ovaries are calm, so that's a good thing, both sides. And then my lining is above a 10, which they look for it to be at a 7. And so once blood work has been confirmed, if I don't receive a call, then excuse me, if I don't receive a phone call, then that is good news. And then I'll just start up the progesterone and oil shots tomorrow night. Yeah, so that's exciting. Back to the shots. So I also bought a hand massager to aid in that, to help kind of help avoid any, what they call them, nodules, or knots, basically, from forming underneath the skin from the oil. So yeah, that's that. That's the update. Nothing else really to report. I think I might add a few clips from our shots, and then the next time after those clips you'll see me will be transfer date. So yes, let's get this show on the road. Hey guys, as promised, I told you guys I'd come back with an update. And so we are headed to the clinic. We have to be there no later than 10 a.m. At 9:30 because the transfer actually set for 10:30. I just took my Valium. Is Valium? I think that's how you say it. And then diazepam. So just took those a few minutes ago, and so just wanted to check in really quickly, let you guys know we are headed to the clinic. We will see you guys when we get there.
It was such a sharp angle that it wouldn't let me pass. Okay. So I basically took the outer one out, and now I'm just using the inner catheter that has the embryo. Okay. And we're just going to deliver it this way.
They did that before too.
So we got lots of tricks up our sleeves, and this is how we used to do this. Okay, so you see the catheter there?
I do.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to do the transfer in 3, 2, 1.
Nice.
There you go. where it helps to have gray hair, you know? Because, I'm not sure, do you know what Dr. Frew had to do last time? Or did she do your transfer last time?
She did.
Yeah.
The same.
Same, okay, yeah.
She had to literally hang off.
Hey. So
We don't know if this is going out. I ain't saying hey to none of y'all suckers. Now, what up?
so transfer is complete. It went pretty good.
We have Orion's belt, baby.
Yes. And I'll insert the pictures afterwards. Because this will be my last update for this video. But this morning before we got here, I was a little on edge, not a whole lot, but I was a little bit on edge. I had some nerves around it. I was a little nervous going into transfer because a part of me knew that the doctor that had provided the news that we had miscarried was going to be the doctor to do our transfer. And so we just weren't sure how we were going to feel going into it, right? Safe to say. And when she came in, before she came in, I was working on my breathing, just because, you know, they have to press down on your bladder. They have the speculum.
Hold on, her bladder is full though. This is the part that people may not be aware of. Her bladder is full while they're having to press down. So she has drank already 2 bottles of water and drank water before we left the house. So, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yes, and so they're pressing down on my bladder. They have the speculum in and they have to move it because those of you who've been following our journey for a while, you all know I have like a tilted uterus. And so when they're trying to get to it with a catheter, they have to work for it, in other words, like they really do. And so she had to do a little bit of work, but before all of that, she came in and she just basically, you know, addressed kind of like the elephant in the room, you know, that she do realize that the last time that we had saw her was not a good experience, and she kind of just acknowledged that, you know, and kind of help put our mind at ease when it came to, you know, this transfer, because it was, you know, already such a, it's just, after going through a loss and then trying again, it's just, it's a lot sometimes, or what I've come to realize, it's a lot. And so, you know, she just kind of like checked in, asked how, you know, how we were emotionally, how we were, you know, as far as our mental. So it was just kind of like refreshing to hear that, because she could have really just came in, stated that we were going to do the transfer, and that been that.
Basically, she just could have came in and been a doctor.
Right.
Because sometimes you come in and you just have a doctor. And she was the therapist in about a 5-minute conversation. Then she went back to being the doctor. So that to me was extremely important, and once again, one of the reasons why I would say we probably continue to go back to that location, Craig. Just deal with the individuals that we have been able to deal with there. That it truly has been a blessing. So
yeah, because even when they called us, when we got there, they called us to go to the back, and one of the nurses that I deal with, she used to be the nurse that would take us to the back and prepare us for the transfer process, but now she's in a different section, and just her greeting us,
she came
to
out
say,
of where she was.
I'm rooting for you guys, you know, I'm sending positive vibes and so much positive energy to us, just to come and greet. So it is one of the reasons why we do continually go there.
But you got to understand, babes, they weren't there. They don't understand that she came from a location that she was already at and working in to come to us and say something.
Yeah, so
right, that's big.
So
it's really big.
And I'm not saying every clinic is perfect. I'm not saying it's always been perfect. There are things and issues that we have had to address when it comes to our clinic. I think that's just normal. But overall, we have had a really good relationship with the doctors and the nurses and IVF coordinators that we've had to deal with. And so we've really been blessed in that area. But we are headed to get me Chick-fil-A fries. And I know most people are like, oh, you're supposed to get McDonald's fries. We don't do McDonald's. And the last transfer, I got me Chick-fil-A fries. And it was successful. And so we are really believing that God will do this for us. We are not walking by fear, but by faith. And I will continue to go to therapy. I will continue to go to acupuncture, which I have an appointment tomorrow. And then after our 2-week wait was technically 12 days. So it's a 2-week wait, but not a 2-week wait. So we will go in for our, excuse me, our 2-week wait and have our beta. And we are truly believing that this will be our baby that we get to bring home. So I wanted to first say thank you to all of our new subscribers. Welcome to the family. Welcome to our tribe. Thank you for all of the original OG gangsters who's been rocking with me or rocking with us, I should say, on this journey for a while now. We appreciate all love and support. Please don't forget to like this video and leave a comment below so that way we can, chat, have a good conversation. If there were any questions or concerns you had about the transfer, or just, something that you wanted to ask me, I'm pretty much like an open book. And so, yeah, we will go from there, and I will see you guys in the 2-week wait, because of course, I'm more than likely probably going to test early. And so we will see you when it's time to test.